Hi guys, welcome to another section of learning with Prepclass. I am tutor Chima. I'll be anchoring today's section, and in today's section we are going to be looking at Jamb Biology 2018 and we'll be solving questions 16 to 20. This is so because in our previous video we'll solve questions 1 to 15, so today we're looking at questions 16 to 20. Alright guys, before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos. When you look below there, you see a notification bell. I urge you to click it and activate it. Once our notification bell is activated, you'll be the first to be notified whenever we have an educational content like this on our channel. Feel free to use our comment section box in asking questions. Maybe questions on today's video, questions maybe on the previous videos you've seen. I'll be always available to answer your questions. You can be kind enough to share our videos so that it's going to reach as much viewers as possible. Alright guys, let's move straight to the business of today. Question 16. When the adults have reached a certain degree of weakness, the process of binary fission is replaced by conjugation in, is it amoeba, is it plasmodium, is it paramecium, is this euglena? All these are protozoa, and among all these, the only protozoa that can carry out conjugation is paramecium. Amoeba, plasmodium, and euglena, binary fission. Paramecium can reproduce asexually by binary fission, but if it wants to reproduce sexually, it does so by conjugation. So it's only paramecium that can reproduce by conjugation. So out of all the organisms listed, only paramecium can reproduce sexually by conjugation. So the answer is paramecium. 17. Walls, arcs, loops, and compounds are types of variation in, is it hair color, blood group, eye color, fingerprints. All these are types of fingerprints. Walls, arcs, loops. I don't know of compounds, but I know of double walls. So types of fingerprints are walls, arcs, loops, and double walls. You can see walls, you can see loop, you can see arc. I did show you for double walls. Okay, so those are type of fingerprints. So variation in fingerprints. If you are not walls, you'll be arc. If you don't have arcs, you'll be loops. If you don't have loops, you'll be double walls. So the answer is fingerprints. D. 17. D. 18. A couple has 10 children, all female. Which of the following best explains the situation? A couple, married couple, husband and wife, has 10 children, all females. Wow. Which of the following best explains the situation? A. Is that the woman is not capable of producing male children? B. Is it the sex determination was by the man's Y chromosome? C. Is it that the sex determination was by the man's X chromosomes? D. Is it that the man's sperm count is low? The man's sperm count is not low. If it's low, he can't even get, maybe before he even get one child self, only God knows. But for him to get up to 10 children, the man is very, very fertile. That's number one. So D is off. A. The woman is not capable of producing male children. That's false. A woman gives you what you deposit into her. So men are sex determiners. This knowledge is very, very important. So that knowing somebody grow up, gets married, and the wife is giving birth to female children, you'll not be making noise like the way our ancestors do in the past. Hey, this woman cannot give me male children, get out of my house, blah 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 blah. No, the fault is from the man and not the woman. Males or men are sex determiners. So a woman gives to you what you put into her. Now I said that sex determination is by men. A man has XY chromosomes. So XY means male. XY is male, XX is female. A man has XY chromosome, while a woman has XX chromosomes. Take note. Man XY, women XX chromosomes. So for all the children to be female, the man's sperm cells with X chromosomes have been fertilizing the woman's egg cells. Now remember that there's what we call halving, that is a haploid state. Now our body cell contains 46 chromosomes. That 46 chromosomes, only 23 is carried in the sperm. Are you following? So a man in after sexual intercourse, in ejaculation, during that ejaculation, when the man releases semen, each of those semen can contain about 250 million sperm cells, but not all of them are very strong or active. Now those 250 million sperm cells, some of them might be Y chromosome sperm cells, some of them might be X sperm cells. Do you understand? So there might be X sperm cells as they carry X chromosomes, because they cannot have two. They are haploid. They only have half of what the body cell is. So is that some of those sperm cells, is that there will be X chromosome or Y chromosomes. The woman's egg cell can only be X. She doesn't have Y chromosomes, only X. So for the man, those millions of sperm cells, some are X chromosomes, some are Y chromosomes. So depending on the one that fuses with the woman's egg cell, if it's the Y chromosome sperm cell that does the job, fuses with the female egg cell, the man will give birth to a male child. But if it's the X chromosome sperm cell that fuses with the woman's egg cell during fertilization, the woman is going to give birth to a female children. So for this to happen, that simply means that the man's X chromosome sperm cell have been fertilizing or fusing with the woman's egg cell. So because it's the X chromosome sperm cell that is fusing with the female egg cell, the man is now giving birth to what? Girls, and girls. So the answer is that the X chromosomes have been doing the job. So the sex determination was by the man's X chromosomes. So that's the answer. 19. A biological agent with antiviral properties. A biological agent with antiviral properties is it antibiotic? Is it disinfectant? Is it interferon? Is it enzyme? It's interferon. Now, interferon is a naturally occurring substance that interferes with the ability of viruses to reproduce. Interferon also boosts the immune system. There are a number of different interferons. They fall into three main classes: alpha, beta, and gamma. Now, sometimes a virus can attack a cell and destroy a cell. Once that virus destroys that cell, leaves that cell and meets another cell, that old cell that has been attacked by that virus will start producing some kind of substances. That substance is known as interferon. That it can now be released into the bloodstream, and that interferon can now affect other cells. When that interferon affects other cells, those cells become resistible to virus attack. Interferon is not the same thing as antibiotics. Antibiotics are the one that antibodies are the one that come out as due to immune response. Are you following? That's antibodies. When virus or anything invade the body, antibodies study the virus. Then later, when the virus comes again, white blood cell studies the virus. Then when the virus comes again, they now produce antibodies that can destroy it. So that one is different. Antibodies are produced by white blood cells, but those interferon are produced by the cell that have been attacked by virus before. So that cell can regroup again. It can now produce what we call interferon. There will now be resistance to virus attack. It can distribute it to other cells that can make the body to be immune to that virus. So that substance from this question that you have antiviral activity is what? Interferon. Interferon is the answer. C. 20. One of the advantages of outbreeding is fast growth, tall height, pest tolerance, disease resistance. Outbreeding, that means using an animal to breed with another one outside. Inbreeding is using breeding, like maybe if you're a dog breeder, for example, when you mate brother and sister of a dog, or father and mother, and you follow, you can see in all these animals, some of them are very stupid. You can see a male goat, that is the father mounting the female, the father mounting the daughter. You can see goats to brother mating sister It happens in animal. You can see son mating mother. That is called inbreeding. But when you do it outside, you take the female outside for another different male to mate with, it is called outbreeding. It has a very good advantage, and that advantage is what we call hybrid vigor. Hybrid vigor usually produce what we call develop very strong offspring. The offspring will have traits of both the father and the mother that is outside. So because of that, that hybrid vigor usually translates in form of high resistance to disease. But when you are doing inbreeding, maybe after the second, third, or fourth generation, you will now be developing or getting weak offsprings that may not be resistant to a kind of disease that their parents or that their parents are susceptible to. Are you following? Just like in pigs, large white are usually susceptible to sunburn. So for you to prevent that sunburn, you can now use another pig like Duroc or Landrace to mate that animal, to mate that other pig, so that the progeny or the offspring will now have resistance to that sunburn and many other diseases. So outbreeding, we mostly do it in plants. The greatest advantage is resistance to disease. Produce offsprings that are very, very strong, stronger than the parents. But when I keep doing inbreeding, you'll be producing weak offspring. So the answer is resistance to disease or disease resistance. Alright guys, we've come to the end of today's section of Learning with Prep Class, where we looked at past questions on Jamb Biology 2018. We solved questions 16 to 20. Now if you look below here, you see a link. Type this link on your browser, load it. It's going to take you straight to our WhatsApp. When you join us on WhatsApp, you're getting updates, you're getting infos on the latest content we have on our channel. So see you in the next video. I still remain to talk Chima. Bye.